You know, the first two that come to mind we've already talked about. That's the run game and the offense as a whole. I think the defense we've gotten obviously two games isn't the biggest sample size in the world, but we've gotten a glimpse of what they are. I don't think they're last year's defense. If you throw in Noah Shannon in there, that adds a little bit of a dynamic of that run stopper that I wouldn't say they don't have. Maybe they will have that level of run stopper with YA Black and Aaron Graves in there later on in the season. But that one tech spot, like, that's what you're there for, to plug holes. And I think we'll see more of that. Only one sack over two games to this point. Obviously, that's by design. If you watch the Iowa State game, they were getting the ball out quick, short passes. And he did get popped. Rocco Beck got popped a few times by Joe Evans. So the opportunities are there, but I think it largely falls in the hands of scheme and the awareness of the quarterback. And that's the way Utah State operated too. Of course, Deontay Craig got his sack there, and they are a spread it out, go, go, go type of offense as well. So I think that number will increase. It's low for right now, but I think that's just a byproduct of who they've played to this point.
And I believe Joe Evans deflected the pass that ended the last threat by Iowa State. I believe that was a swing pass out to the side, and Evans deflected.
That might have been on that drive. I think
on
it was Ethan
okay.
Herkett who had that final tackle.
Okay.
It's him.
All right. Talking Hawkeyes with all of you. Appreciate you being here every Tuesday at 4:30 Central Time. Yeah, I tweeted right after the game, Hawkeyes 2-0, Brian Ferentz -6. So he's 6 points down right now. Now they should be able to make up some ground, considerable ground, to get them ready for Big Ten play here this week. Maybe they put up, I don't know, 40?
That's
they need to. They should.
Right. Well, the last time they played Western Michigan, I believe it was PJ Fleck's first year at in Kalamazoo, and I think they beat them 59-3. And overall, Iowa is 1-2 against Western Michigan, but this is a team that they should throttle. Whether or not they will, we'll see. This is a coach in his first year. This is a group of five team that hasn't had a whole lot of success. So I think that Iowa should, emphasis on should, beat them very, very handily. Whether or not that does happen, that's remained to be seen. And truthfully, I need to do more research on Western Michigan to this point. We're going to have a pod on that here coming up here soon. But well, here's one thing to tell you is in looking for a guest to preview that game, I don't believe they have a beat writer on their football covering that football team. So that might be a little telling as to how good they are, because they've been good in the past. Of course, that's how PJ Fleck got the job at Minnesota. But that might be telling of what kind of team Iowa's facing this weekend.
They either won 0 or 1 his first year. I think he tells that story about them. They were 1 in whatever his first year, 1-11 it must have been. And then, they're walking off the field undefeated his last season before they lost to Wisconsin in the Cotton Bowl. But just thinking about Western Michigan playing in a Cotton Bowl is just pretty remarkable. So I guess that is what gets you a Power 5 job in the Big Ten.